turn the light on. We're getting there. You think we'd have it figured out? This light really bugs me when I'm gaming, so I just like a lot of times. All right, so cool, hip shit on the way today, dude. We've got Dauntless hit 6 million players first week, dude. It's a lot of people. We had a Pokemon Direct thing that had a lot of shit going on with it. A lot of interesting discussion on that.
Yeah.
Sonic movie delayed until 2020. RIP.
But actually, I think we're both a little bit happy about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it looks. Well, we'll get there. And then a big part of the show is going to be gaming disorders, officially a real disorder.
WHO, baby.
Dude, it's fucking weird shit. Weird shit on the horizon, but...
We've been gone for 2 weeks. We took a week off, so we do have a gigantic fat stack show. But as long as... I think we're going to be playing some Jackbox after.
Where am I going, dude?
Well, I just want to make sure. We didn't have too much time to talk beforehand. Both of us got busy lives right now. So, but let's just dive right in. Do you want to dive in? This is episode 23, not 22. Totally Gamescast. Trey, talk to me about Dauntless. I've been wanting to talk to you about this for like a week.
So it's a free-to-play Monster Hunter variant on the Epic Store. Real cool for a free game. There was a bunch of server issues initially where there was like I had to wait in a 60,000 person line. Whoa. It actually cruised pretty quick, but like still pretty annoying. And then once I got through it, couldn't get into the game. But that's all behind us now.
Yeah.
It's a more streamlined and less like convoluted version of Monster Hunter, in my opinion, with like less complicated systems, but still has the whole go kill a monster, go back to town, craft your shit, go hunt a monster. But I feel like the quests are like a little bit more engaging than Monster Hunter, and like honestly, I just enjoy the graphics of it. Like it's kind of in the style of Fortnite and like World of Warcraft. Just so
Can you pull up some gameplay?
Yeah, we can pull up some fucking gameplay, dude.
I appreciate when you do this because it makes editing so much easier. I guess you're editing this week, but
dude.
But still, I
make it easy on myself.
Like it, yeah. Yeah, because I haven't seen any of it except for I did. Were you streaming this like 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I watched a little bit of it. So it looks like this kind of looks okay. It's like almost like old school WoW to me.
It's like way like newer, like looking like
cleaner,
by a lot.
Cleaner texture. So and numbers are popping out, like jumping up and down. I love that. Is there like a hub world like Monster Hunter world, or is it?
There's like a hub town that basically you do all your crafting and stuff, just like the one town, really similar to Monster Hunter.
And did you say it's free to play? Sorry.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. They have a lot of like, what's it called? Like microtransaction store shit going on.
Oh, I love the smoke and like particle effects.
Oh, dude, it's so good because every like monster has like actual mechanics, which I didn't feel like was the case in Monster Hunter. It kind of felt like you were just kind of reacting to like the strikes of the monster, but like a lot of these guys will spawn like ads so that it'll be like little winged monsters flying along that you have to kill. Like, and then I was fighting a guy today that would put these like spiked pillars up and they would shoot electricity at you, and if you didn't destroy them, like they would overrun you, and they just keep putting more and more up. And
this game looks ridiculously fun. So I think this is the game that you were talking to Clem and I about 2-3 months ago, saying, "Hey, dudes, this is coming to PlayStation 4." Is that right? Soon-ish.
I don't know if I was talking about this one. It wasn't really on my radar until like it came out. So
I think it could have been this one because it had. Well, what one was it then that you were talking to me about? With because we got Diablo 3.
Sure, Path of Exile. Probably.
Oh, Path of Exile. Sorry, I'm way off.
No, you're good.
So this, do you know the developer by chance or any of that?
Epic or maybe not. Hold on, we can do a little bit of research here on stream.
I'm just curious because the game looks gorgeous. I'm just kind of. I mean, I've been hearing about this. I mean,
Phoenix Labs,
who have done. Let's see what they've done. Oh yeah, Wikipedia is my friend.
We'll have to click Phoenix Labs.
I want to know what else they've done. I'm just curious. I mean, our story. That's our game. Dauntless. Cool. So this is a debut game. It looks like. Is that right?
No way. Maybe. I mean, if it's their debut game, good on them, dude.
That is amazing. So it's only on PC right now. Is that correct?
No, it's all. It came out on all platforms, and it's crossplay like off the bat. So just crazy launch.
Wow.
One of the interesting stats about it since launch, 60% of all the parties are cross-platform.
Whoa.
So basically, every time you go in to fight a monster, it'll throw you in with 3 other guys, and pretty much every time I've been grouped with 3 console people.
Oh.
So I feel like I'm the odd one out playing on PC, but I think.
Do you feel any different then, as
What-
far as like mechanics or like how slow they?
No,
are?
I mean like a game like this isn't. It doesn't matter what you're playing on because it's not like overly complicated or anything. Like not something like a shooter where you have to have the flick aim. You're fighting against a computer for the most part. So I mean, there might be a difference. I know that Division 2 players, the console people haven't been able to beat the raid or whatever.
Right,
but
yeah. So people finally were able to beat it on PC.
what's that? Yeah, people crushed it in the first day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
it took-
okay, it's console that's been just really getting crushed.
yeah.
Gotcha.
But so I guess moving on, the Pokemon Project Direct reveals 4 new projects.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. They opened it up saying, "Hey guys, we're gonna do Sword and Shield details next week." So I believe it is on June 5th next week at 8 a.m. Central Time. Because we're streaming out of Japan, so I think they have like a 10-hour difference, something crazy. But then they also the Nintendo's E3 Direct. They wanted to remind us that's happening on June 11th. So the Sword and Shield will run about 15 minutes next week. Look forward for more details on that. I think it's so June 5th is Wednesday. So we'll have details next week from today. We expect to have a release date and some more solidified details on. Now, obviously, we already know the starters. Those like that cute little monkey thing.
Yeah, the depressed one. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
the depressed like tadpole looking thing, and whatever else. What was the fire one? The bunny.
Yeah, it was a bunny.
Okay, Scorched bunny. But I think it will be around Black Friday and Thanksgiving. But we'll talk
Yeah,
more.
no,
about
that's 100% when it's coming out.
Then they opened it up saying, after that they said something about Detective Pikachu is coming out on the Switch. So
yeah, like a sequel to Detective Pikachu.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
kind of cool.
was it clear if it was 3DS or the film? Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, I think it was a 3DS sequel because that's where the game lies, like the series is right now. What is up, doggy? But yeah, so then they went into some those projects. Okay, so let's buckle in because this is kind
Buckle
of
in, boys, because we're about to get really into Pokemon, boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
this is a lot of this isn't for me, but let's just get it right in. Pokemon Home. Okay, this is the first thing I didn't catch live. I watched most of this live. But this is probably the best announcement, right?
Yeah.
So this is where you can link your Let's Go. So I have Let's Go Pikachu. You can link your What's Up, Van. You can link Pokemon Sword and Shield, of course, later this year. The 3DS games and the Pokemon Bank, and then the Pokemon Go series on mobile. So I mean, it's just basically a cloud service.
Yeah.
Is it going to cost money?
They said $5 a year.
Oh, gosh, okay.
So I mean, it's not like to store your Pokemon, it's pretty fucking annoying. Let's
Right,
be honest
kilobytes.
here.
We're
Like
talking like kilobytes.
we're seriously
megabytes.
like nickel diming people
Yeah.
here to like the highest extent for recouping that $5, but Jesus. But it's pretty cool that they're bringing all of like the DS Pokemon and stuff. But I also kind of wish they were doing like a fresh start kind of thing and like having it be like. Because, like, I have, like, tons of hacked Pokemon on my DS, dude.
That's what I was going to say.
Like, you just literally get them.
go.
What up,
What is
Uber
up?
Gosu? How you doing, brother? Thanks for the sub. Okay, so, back into it, brothers. I think that they could have done a fresh start, and that would have been a little more fun, because I'm just going to transfer my shiny Max Eevee Greninja and, like, be stomping people day one.
Right, yeah, that's
But,
what I was thinking. Yeah, okay, so Pokemon Home, we can both agree that's probably one of the best announcements we heard. But we'll get into my favorite announcement here in a little bit. But that's not this one. That's not this one at all, good sir. Pokemon Sleep.
What is that dick?
He put a dick on your head, I think. It's okay if a dick goes on the head, it just as long as it,
Okay.
Okay, so Pokemon is pretty PG, but we'll keep going. Way to reward players for making sleep a priority. So I have a note on here because this is kind of like honestly, dude, this is like Nintendo IQ 9000. Okay,
Sure.
hear me out. This is my reasoning. I think this is so freaking brilliant. They said it like kind of hinted at like, hey, you can't play Pokemon if you're sleep deprived. You can't play any Nintendo game if you're sleep deprived. You can't walk around playing Pokemon Go if you're tired.
That's not true, but go ahead.
I mean, that's not true, but I mean, like in general, I mean,
Who wants to? But
yeah. Who wants to walk around trying to catch Pokemon, flicking the little Pokeballs when you're tired? I mean, nobody. So they're thinking, okay, let's reward people for sleeping, so then they'll play more Pokemon. It's some weirdo like Nintendo logic. That's
Japanese logic as hell, dude. Oh my god. Continue.
Yeah, they have the numbers though. You know, like the thing is that people give Nintendo a lot of crap for their weird, outlandish, new, odd gaming type things, right? But they've done the numbers, they've run the math. Yes, they've had a couple flops, but like the Wii Balance board, when that came out, people were like, "That is so dumb." And it kind of is, but like, there's a lot of people that still do that every day.
Dude, listen.
Every day.
Nintendo, first off, trying to get me to exercise. Fuck you, Nintendo. Second thing, trying to
They
make me
got us.
sleep now, dude? Trying to get me to sleep, bro?
They got us to exercise, man.
What's next? They're gonna like reward, like give me dollars back for eating healthy? Like, I don't even understand.
Hey, man, Nintendo coupons. Remember the game vouchers?
Oh, I don't even know about those, dude.
Yeah, remember you can get 2 vouchers for $100, so you save $10 per game. They announced it,
Oh,
like,
sure. Last week, yeah.
So this also comes with the announcement of the Pokemon Go Plus. Not only is it called Pokemon Go Plus, you remember that little thing that you had, like that you got with your Pokemon Go? It was $30, and it's like a little tracker that you held onto you, and then like it would glow.
Sure, I've
when
seen
you were
those.
around,
That
like,
little like emblem thing.
Yeah, it's like it's
yeah.
like almost like it looks like a gym badge.
Sure.
But in a Pokeball shape. It worked well with Pokemon Go, like for your mobile. And it looked like a lot of fun. I came this close to buying it like 7 times. I was actually gonna buy like 12 of them and flip them, but then I saw they were only going for like $10 over on eBay. Not worth it. But now they have the Pokemon Go Plus. It's the same kind of like concept with that, all those features, but you can also lay it next to you when you're sleeping. It has accelerometers to see if you.
What the fuck?
So here's the thing, man. When the iPhone, like the 3rd year of the iPhone App Store came around, they had like this app that you could buy. It was like just called Sleep or some bull crap, where you like could download it and then turn it on and then lay your phone down on your bed, and then it could tell if you moved around a lot. Like, I never understood that because it just depends on how nice your bed is, right?
True,
like,
if you're using memory foam, it won't work. Like,
exactly.
I mean,
have you ever seen the fat girl jump on like with a glass of wine on her bed? Like, you know those info.
I've got memory foam. It's true. I'll just tell you right now, if you've got a good bed frame, any fat girl will never knock your wine over.
Well, her own wine, all right. I'm drinking a beer, man.
So how is this rewarding you for sleep? What is it? What's it doing?
I think that like your Pokemon can level up throughout the night if you sleep well, if you are taking care of yourself. I think it has to do with that, where you get like treats, maybe like you can get berries and stuff that like help or power ups in battle. Not stuff in general I'm gonna want. Honestly, I think I don't, but I don't know like. In the live stream, it just showed a Pikachu running up to the Pokemon Go Plus, like an AR version of a Pikachu, and then sleeping there, which obviously isn't going to happen in real life. I mean, they probably had some asterisks down there in Japanese I couldn't read that said, "Hey, not real, actual thing that's going to happen to you."
Jesus, I don't know, man. This seems weird. I don't want Pokemon watching me while I sleep. I don't want Nintendo gathering this information and data mining about my sleep patterns.
Dude, isn't it crazy? Because, like, we just talked about on Totally Gamescast, like, 2-3 episodes ago, about how Nintendo canceled their, like, sleep tracker. And they canceled their, like, vitality sensor. And now they're, like, bringing a lot of those back. So, I mean, it's just interesting. You never can count any idea Nintendo has, like, filed a patent for out, ever. Clearly.
They're about to rebrand the Super Scope and bring that shit back. I loved my Super Scope, man. That was like, you remember those?
I definitely had one.
Dude, they were sick as fuck. I would literally take my Super Scope and like play with it as a gun, like outside of Nintendo purposes.
Yeah.
They were sick.
I'd wrap the cord around my neck so that I wouldn't trip on it.
Dude, that's a railroad. That's a choo-choo.
Hey, Jordan, why do you
Get back to work, you lazy old 80-year-old bastard. Shit, dude.
So I don't want to get into the next one right away because I want to skip over it because it's my favorite. So we'll just go to Pokemon Masters.
Okay.
This one looks okay. So it's first of all, it's by DNA. For anyone out there that knows, DNA signed a gigantic partnership with Nintendo. There's this humongous mobile developer. So I think they've been helping out with like Animal Crossing. I think they're helping out with Mario Kart World or Mario Kart Tour. Excuse me for mobile. And their next big mobile game now is going to be focused on individual trainer characters throughout the Pokemon RPG series history. Looks like you'll be battling a particular trainer or with a particular trainer. So, for instance, anyone that watched like the first season cartoon, which is most of us, I think, at least you and I both have for sure. We all know Misty has Starmie. We all know Brock has Onyx. We all know Lieutenant Surge, has Raichu, right? So I think you can battle with or against, and it's a mobile game, and it looks like 3-on-3 action. It looks like 2-on-2, which is kind of cool. A little switch it up.
Yeah.
But
dude, it's a mobile game. I'm not a big mobile gamer. I don't need another Pokemon game really. I'm probably gonna be totally Pokemoned out by Pokemon Sword Shield. I don't really have a desire to get more involved in Pokemon, so I don't know.
No, I don't know. I mean, I bet it's going to be free to play. Most of their games have been. Almost all their games. Miitomo, everything has been, really. So we have that to look forward to. At least we can try it out.
But there's the Nintendo tax. I mean, or what was that, Mario Dash? That cost, like, what,
$9.99, but I thought it was worth it, personally. I mean, you got like 100 levels.
Sure.
So I thought that was worth it. But no, you got to play the first world for free. Yeah.
So with the Pokemon Masters, I'd heard that it's going to be like all sorts of trainers from the show. So one I really want to see in there randomly is AJ, who trained the Sandshrew a little too hardcore. And he had this like weird... I'm going to pull it up because it's important to me, dude.
Heck yeah. No, I do remember AJ. AJ's Sandshrew.
Dude, this Sandshrew was not even fucking around remotely, dude. Well... It doesn't show his vest. Oh, yeah, it does.
Here we go.
Here we go, boys. This is important that you guys see this fucking Sandshrew in detail. I'm zooming in. He wore this vest that would really make him strong, so...
And he could lift 2 dumbbells. Pikachu couldn't even lift 1. Little Pikachu.
These are like probably 25-pounders, dude. This
dude's like weighs 25 pounds. That'd be me like bicep curling 200 pounds.
His whole body weight, dude. He doesn't give a fuck, dude. But here's a picture of AJ too. Just to give you the full context, he kind of looks like a dweeb. So he looks like a 90s dweeb. But
he's a total 90s dweeb.
But so moving on, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hold up. I want to get into my favorite announcement. Sorry. So can you actually pull it up for the fam at home? Guys, it's finally happening. We're getting this. Thank you, Trey. You already had that ready for us next, but it's finally happening. We're getting Pokemon shirts. In NA. This is
those Pokemon shirts that I linked you. Dude, every time I pull up a type P on here, Pornhub comes up, and it's really disheartening.
Okay. Right here, yeah. Right here, dude. Look at, so, like, hold up, dude. Those are, like, actually sick as heck designs. Like, I could wear, that Magikarp one, okay, that's a little too much. But you could honestly wear that to work. I mean, they have their Gengar one. Look at the Vileplume one. What the heck?
Well, this is Lickitung with fucking Vileplume, like,
I think
sleeve
it's just,
or something? Or like a... no, it's just more prints.
That is so sick to me, dude. I am so down. Those are finally coming to Europe and the US. That was one of their other announcements. I need some new... I bet they're going to be... I think they're like $70 Japanese, 6,900 yen.
Whoa.
Which is a lot.
6,900. Wow.
Which is $69.
Let's get a poggers in chat, please.
Nice. But, I mean, if they aren't $60, $70 and they're like $30, $40, I could definitely get like a Gengar, a Raichu, a couple other good ones. I'm excited because I'm business casual at this son of a bitchin' job I have, you know? So, for me to be able to flex my nerd muscle whenever I can.
They wouldn't care.
Oh, hell, what are they going to tell me?
So, I mean, like, if you wore, like, a button-up that was just, like, covered in little teeny skulls, they wouldn't care.
Teeny skulls? Like, kind of like those designs?
Yeah.
No. But like big skulls, like Affliction, yeah, probably. But I mean, I would never be caught dead in Affliction.
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. But
I have a couple shirts that are like borderline, like they're Galaxy, like giant Galaxy one I wear. And people like always compliment it, but there's people that wear like straight up tights and then floral tights, and then like their shirt will just be a sweater on a not sweater day, like a non Friday. So I mean, whatever, you know.
I like to go to work in the nude, so
yeah.
I mean,
well, that's perfect because you're driving to a bunch of strangers' houses.
Yeah, it doesn't. Wow,
might invite you in for a party.
Wow, some strange intentions going on here. So, anyways,
almost Railroad Martin.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Are we doing this? Or are we still Pokemoning?
No, okay, we're good.
Sonic the Hedgehog movie delayed to February 2020 after a large amount of backlash. Dude, okay. After a large amount of backlash, the movie's director announced they would redo a lot of the Blue Hedgehog's looks. And here's the first look at it. I think
this is a fan-made trailer.
Is this the fan-made one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But the fan-made trailer got everything right.
Yeah, no, it's really good looking compared. And this also just kind of shows we got the one eye of Sonic with the gloves. We got the same shoes. I don't know how hard this would have been to have done originally instead of this fucking monstrosity, bro. Dear
How
Lord.
did they get it? How did that random fan person get it so right, though? You know? Jeez.
Yeah, no, that person did
it
a really
looks
good
so
job.
good. Even the shadowing on the underneath the shoes, like, wow, good for them. That person should be.
Good for
they should have been hired, or should
They're
be
probably
hired,
hired, dude.
Yeah, you're hired.
Exactly. Van gets it. We're hiring this guy for them.
Yeah. So one really like positive thing to come around from this is that when they posted like on the official Sonic the Hedgehog movie Twitter, it was a sign being held up saying, "Sorry, we'll be back in February 2020," and it was a Sonic the Hedgehog hand holding like a Sharpie sign.
Sure.
And it was with a glove. So I'm thinking like, okay, we're gonna get everything right. Like,
yeah.
You know.
Dude, Wild Dog has a conspiracy theory saying they did it on purpose for the promotion, dude. That'd be a lot of extra work, but I mean, at the same time, I don't think anything can be ruled out in the like world of sensationalism on the internet that we have now. So I think that may have doubled or tripled. Like, I wouldn't have really ever cared about a Sonic movie if there wasn't all this controversy. You know what I mean? Like, so I think it has probably pulled a lot of people kind of into the into carrying.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So,
I mean, so you say it's a lot of work, and if they did the entire movie and then had to redo the entire movie, I think so. But if they just did that trailer with this old, weird looking one, and then like just had the other movie completely done, dude, that'd be IQ 9000.
He looks so fucking gross, dude.
He looks like like a little boy.
He looks like like a little boy that has been in the trash for like so many years with blue paint.
Like he lived with wolves or something, you know, like so weird.
Yeah, we definitely unraveled this one. It was Illuminati at work here, boy.
Yeah.
So, good job. Thank you for helping us uncover the mystery.
Covered in mold, like a dying peach.
Like a dying peach.
That's messed up.
It's just like a fungal infection on the whole front of his chest. Oh god.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I am glad that he's the director and like Sega and everyone decided. Isn't it Paramount? It has
I don't know. Yeah, because it has the
rings around the
You're right. Yeah.
So they are giving 3 extra months to like fix this monstrosity because you don't want anyone to work overtime for like the mess ups of like the top level executives, you know.
Okay. Respect.
So, respected that. I'm okay with waiting an extra 3 months. I don't know about you, but you want to get into one of the bigger topics of our, well, possibly depending on how chat feels about it.
Yeah, I mean, they might be like, fuck you. So gaming disorder is officially considered a disease by the World Health Organization. It doesn't kick into effect until like 2022, I think it was. But
Well, there's so much like logistics with like insurance and stuff. I think
sure,
that makes
dude,
sense.
that'd be sick if I can get insurance money for like fucking like just being a piece of shit. That'd be
Oh my
so good,
God.
dude. I'm sorry, I will live
Yikes.
off the system. No questions, bro. No questions. People with potato aim are the real disorder, dude. I'm about to crank some 90s to the top of this and make my money, make my fortune. So
That's messed up.
so it's quoted the behavior pattern must be sufficient severity to result in significant impairment in personal, family, social, educational, occupational, or other important areas of functioning and would normally have been evident for at least 12 months. This is pretty interesting to me. Like there's a big uproar on the internet about it, about like just like this is bullshit, you guys are fucking idiots, this doesn't exist. But I'm pretty sure every one of us knows one guy that dropped out of college. At least one guy that dropped out of college because of fucking video games.
Me.
You know? Yeah.
Straight up.
And like I know plenty of people that have went down a horrible fucking spiral because of like World of Warcraft or whatever else it is, you know. So
I 100% think this is a disease. I mean, it's an addiction. You can be addicted to literally anything. Porn. This.
This?
No, I meant like video games.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, like video games. Any substance. I mean, actual physical substance that you can ingest. Sugar, alcohol, any drug. I mean, you can be addicted to anything. I think this is super. It's about damn time. I mean, geez, it took like an extra 20 years, I'd say. I mean, people were starting to get insanely addicted to PC games and nerds in like the 90s, right?
I guarantee there is at least 10 people.
PC is where multiplayer came from. And multiplayer by far is where people are addicted, in my opinion.
Dude, I bet there's like 100 people, like especially in Japan, I bet there's like 100 people that dropped out of college for like Pokemon.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
well, people get married to their DSs in Japan.
Well,
so
yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's not specific one thing because
Sure.
I'm sure there's some person that's like I'm gonna be a speed runner, you know, and is playing goddamn like Banjo Kazooie, even though there's not an audience for that, you know.
Right.
So like, I don't think it's like specific to like a thing. It's just like who you are.
Watching Gamescast.
Dude, I watched episode 2179 fucking times. I cannot stop, dude.
That wouldn't be bad.
I've got 79 hours watch of episode 21. That's funny. Dude, and I
think that you're right, though. You do have a good point. There's somebody out there that's just addicted to playing Tamagotchi, like a Tamagotchi, or like something like that, you know?
Yeah. I bet there's someone that's out their whole life has been consumed by Tamagotchi.
Did you hear? Tamagotchi's coming back.
Dude, they've already came back one other time, dude. Like probably like 5 years ago.
They're back again, and they're free on Instagram as long as you pay shipping, which is $19.99 or something stupid.
Fool me once, Tamagotchi, shame on me. Fool me twice, Tamagotchi, shame on you.
Yeah.
At the risk of derailing everything, we're going on a Tamagotchi bender here, but me and my brother and sister all had a Tamagotchi in elementary school. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. We gave all 3 of our Tamagotchis to my mom. My mom was in charge of taking care of the Tamagotchis, and up to this point had done a great job. We come home one day, all 3 of the Tamagotchis are dead.
That's insane.
Dude, it was the worst day of my fucking life. That's
the day you ran away from home.
Dude, that was when I realized my parents are fucking human. And they make mistakes, and it was a big mistake. It was,
wow, you had a great childhood. That's when you realize your parents make mistakes.
Dude, that was a big mistake, and I haven't quite gotten to the point of like forgiving her yet for it. But you know, yeah, foul play, ulterior motives. I think you're right, man. But I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the gaming disorder is a real thing? Do you guys think that it's
like all jokes
blown
aside,
out of proportion? Do you think that you should sub to PewDiePie? I don't know.
I mean, it's just without question. 100% an addiction. 100% needed to be categorized years ago, and I'm glad it finally is. It's going to take some years, with the red tape and of like our government, and I mean World Health Organization is that means worldwide,
Hmm.
which would be very interesting to a lot of like different countries. I mean, yeah, I mean I was definitely addicted to League of Legends for sure.
I think you're right, man. It's just addictive personality disorder and not gaming
Oh yeah,
specifically. That makes more sense. That
right,
you're just addicted to shit, like it
yeah.
doesn't matter what it is, you're addicted to something. Yeah, I agree. So here's my
No,
question though.
gaming is not the enemy. Gaming is not the bad guy. Oh, in general, it's the way that you interact and yeah, the addictive nature
Yeah. So, okay,
of
here's
your
my
mode.
question though. So, as a person that enjoys and can manage 8-hour gaming sessions in their life, do they have gaming disorder?
I think that man, that's hard. That's hard because if you flip it into an 8 hour a day drinking session, so let's say somebody works 9 to 5, they're perfectly fine, but then from 5 to 1, they're drinking. Man, what's the difference? Well, I mean, is are they still waking up and doing the work? Because once it affects your relationships and your job and or your livelihood, if you don't have a job per se, but like the way that you make money or support yourself or your family, once it starts affecting that, that's when it becomes a disease, a disorder, so
Yeah,
to
yeah.
speak.
So, I mean, okay, here's we're going down a rabbit hole
This is
here.
how it is. This is
We're,
a
we're,
good
we're
topic.
moving down. Okay, so then by that logic, is someone that drinks 8 hours a night but manages their life and doesn't feel like they're addicted to it, do they have a disorder?
Well, do they are they hurting anyone else?
No.
I mean, at the end of the day, they're not hurting anyone else, but they're hurting themselves. They're obviously going to get cirrhosis of the liver. They're going to have a lot of issues with their
Okay, so
all
then
their health.
so a gamer doesn't have these disorders,
Right.
these issues. So if you're playing video games 8 hours a night, 5 days a week, and on the weekends you hang out with your friends, you hang out with your family, and then like somehow you manage to fit all your responsibilities, do you have a problem? That's a 40-hour a week
Yeah.
on top of like imagine working 40, 80 hours of like not like non-social time basically. Like, do you have a problem?
And that's a tough question. I mean,
I think you do. I think you do if you're doing that. But then
but
another. Oh,
who's
go
to
ahead.
say you have to work 40 hours, right? You
True.
could work 10, 20 hours and support yourself. A lot of people do that.
But okay, so then a streamer that plays video games 7 days a week, 8 hours a day, do they have a problem when that's how they support themselves?
No, I don't think so. I think that's completely like different, right? Don't you agree?
Yeah,
Like
I mean, like,
that's their job. I mean, if well, think about it this way: like rock stars, a lot of them they drink and party because they have to have that persona. Rappers. I mean, artists, performing artists, touring artists. They have to have a persona. Every night's a party in that town that they're in. They have to like go on stage, and that's a tough thing to do. Go on stage and have the nerves, and you have to kill the nerves some way. I mean, you have to numb it somehow.
Little Xanny, little codeine, little syrup. Like, you got to do what you can.
I just mean like they're basically working 60, 80 hours a week, but part of their craft and part of their persona is being addicted to something essentially, right? I mean, there's a lot of artists out there. Tyler the Creator, he just put out one of his best albums of all time, Straight Edge. Like he doesn't drink or party or anything. But what else? What else is going on? You know, maybe he's. What else could he be addicted to? I think you can be addicted to most things besides substance. But
He's addicted to being a hooligan. That's what he is. He loves like stirring shit up and trolling. But
so can you drink 8 hours a day without hurting anyone? I think Van has a really good point. Like that's
you're hurting yourself minimum,
at
bare
the
minimum.
minimum, totally. And at some point, you're going to hurt someone. If I drank for 8 hours a day, 5 days in a row, I mean, even at Electric Forest. So talking about a music festival where okay, I have PTO, I have the time off work, I have no responsibilities at all besides being a good partner to my fiance and a good friend, right? And a good attendee where I'm not being a complete jerk to other strangers like that are just trying to have a good time too. At that point, by day 3, I'm turning into a complete like degenerate, like because I mean I'm sleep deprived. doing horrible things to my body, drinking tons and tons of alcohol, not drinking enough water when I should, dancing too hard when I'm super sore, I get cranky and annoyed, So I think that, man, yeah, it's so easy to definitely let any addiction where you're doing it more than like probably 10, 20 hours a week.
You have festival disorder?
Yeah, I don't kidding. No, I think it's just party disorder. But
Party disorder.
Man. I mean, I do have an addictive personality. I know I do. I know my dad does. It's a genetic. A lot of it's genetics, I think. My dad 100% does. He's got his own issues. I mean, I'm not gonna spout them on the pod. I mean, I get too open and honest and stuff. So sometimes I just crawl back and
hey, just stuff it down and never bring it up again.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, bro. You're always welcome to talk. Like, these guys actually love when you like make a personal connection with them. So I mean, so that's always good stuff. Not bad stuff,
I mean, I feel like if you listen to all 175 episodes of a podcast I've ever recorded, you probably know a lot more about me than like a lot of my close friends. You know what I mean?
No, you talk. You're pretty open book, like at parties and stuff like that. So I think that you get a lot of those stories out into the atmosphere. But
it's one of those things where it's on your chest and then it just feels better.
Yeah, you gotta get it out. You gotta say some shit sometimes.
I think this was a really good conversation, Trey. So we'll let you go ahead and take it back.
Okay. So
that could have gone.
That went. That was a tangent and a half, but I liked it.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
The Overwatch League commissioner leaves Blizzard for Epic. Nate Nanzer claims that he got way too much of the credit for the Overwatch League, and there was a community that made it great. Seems like a humble claim because of how high the production value of the Overwatch League was, and like how smoothly run and like how good of an esport that actually was. He's being replaced by Fox Sports Executive Vice President Pete Velastic. I don't know how to say it. Pete V.
Yeah.
Pete V.
Velastica.
Dude, it's a really hard name to say. Apparently Nanzer was responsible for the original pitch for the Overwatch League to Blizzard execs.
Wow.
And interested to see what happens with him at Epic. So, I mean,
yeah, dude. I mean, when I saw this come through like my Twitter, I knew his name. Mr. Nanzer's name, just because of people talking about OWO, like people just loving it.
Yeah.
So man, that's huge for Epic.
Yeah, Overwatch League was really cool too because I liked that they had like different like teams for different countries, and they were like locked in teams for the season, so there wasn't a lot of like it was just cool to see the same teams battling it out every time. So like right now with like Fortnite and anything, you just see random names popping into like the competitive scene in and out. Like you'll see a guy doing really well for a week, and this just kind of like made the names like kind of cool. Like I mean, like I don't remember any of this.
You can get attached to like the players and the teams.
Sure, exactly.
You can buy a team merch and you'd have it for like a season or 2 or 3.
Yeah, and I think some of the teams like are long-standing teams as well, but it's pretty cool. Epic currently has 130 million allocated to Fortnite esports payouts right now.
That is insane. That is the most insane number I've ever heard. In the sense that like when in 2000, I want to say 12 or 13, when Dota 2 had its first $1 million tournament, I remember thinking that is bonkers.
It is bonkers, truly. Like, if you think about...
And now we're at 130 for just Fortnite, like...
If you think about, like, the human race for what we are, like, just, like, surviving animals, the fact that there's people being paid millions of dollars to play a virtual game is bonkers, dude. It's absolutely ridiculous, but... with the recent acquisition of Rocket League, I expect some huge things from Epic and esports.
That's a really good point.
I think that now that Epic has control of Rocket League, that we're gonna see a big uptick in the amount of competitiveness and shit in that. So
I think that this is prime time to pick up Mr. Nancer, because guess what's probably coming or being in the works, or at least definitely now that Epic bought Rocket League, or Psyonix, which is the developer of Rocket League. Well, it's going to be Rocket League 2, right? They aren't going to just build on Rocket League for another 5 more years. I mean, that game's already been out for 6, 7 years.
They might, dude. They might literally. I mean, like, if you think about how long running League of Legends engine is, how long World of Warcraft's engine is.
So, Good point.
Counter-Strike.
Yeah, let me walk it back a little bit. League of Legends has had like 3 or 4 engine complete
Sure.
rehaul. So that's what I guess what I mean. Maybe it's not Rocket League 2 per se, but it's gonna be Rocket League series.
Sure,
Or,
it
like,
might be season 2, like where they rehaul
Yeah.
some stuff. I know that they already are doing like the battle pass thing. Like all the Epic games basically are
Yeah.
starting to do now. I think
no other species accomplished that.
no, none, dude. Not that we know of. Not on this planet, at least that we know of. Okay,
that.
so
I guess you're right. No one has done this $130 million Fortnite or virtual thing.
yeah, no, I mean, no, definitely.
Cool. Well, that's big news. I'd love to hear what's coming out of there from Mr. Nancer. I keep wanting to call him Pete Nancer, but it's Nate Nancer. Mr. Kid over here with the terminal cancer.
Dude, he gets to play Borderlands 3 a little early.
That's right.
So, I put them in the notes. I don't even know if I can say it. Time to bust out the bald caps and get some early access.
Jesus Christ.
It started as an online post by Trevor Eastman, and he was sad that he wasn't going to live to see the release of Borderlands 3, just riddled with cancer. The community, yeah, no, it sucks, man. The community had enough hype and reposts to get 2K's attention, and basically they said they were going to send somebody out at some point in June to get him an early copy of the game. So that's pretty crazy, dude. It's pretty crazy, and you don't really think about like the things that you would care about on your like when you're dying kind of thing. And it's like one of those things like there's so much shit that you like when you're dying that you are going to be worried about missing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not something that you would ever think about until that happens.
You have to like stand next to it, stand in front of it, I should say. I mean, just before the show, you're like, dude, you were talking about how much you want to play WoW Classic, right? Like, put yourself in it that you have 3 months to live. Well, guess what? The game comes out in about 3 months.
Yikes.
You would have like.
Don't even bring it up, Sean.
I know. I just mean like put yourself in it. Yeah.
No, definitely, man. It's just like one of those things. Like you take your shit and don't take shit for granted. Is what I'm trying to say. But, so I mean, that's cool. That's cool that 2K would take an interest in someone like that and help them out. You know? That's fun. That's fun.
I agree. That's cool. It's good. It's a good feel-good story. It's like.
Dude.
Watching Oprah, you always see something that kind of sucks, and then she ends it with like, "Hey, now you can feel great for the rest of your night."
So in like the totally Trey vein, then like let's just hope this kid doesn't just go and leak the whole game. You know? Like
let's hope he does. If you're a
dude, let's hope, dude. So that's cool, but Mario Maker 2 is not going to allow you to play with friends online. That's a ripperonis. They've got the local multiplayer and stuff, but.
I don't know, man. If I want to play with my friends, I'll play New Super Mario Bros. U with them.
This is like all the fucking levels, dude. You can make all this shit. Okay, your friend makes a level. You can play it. You can like take the code and play the level, but you can't play it with him. So it's kind of totally dumb, especially when like the engine's made for like teaming up stuff. You know what I mean? Like with like the new Super Mario Bros. Engine.
Yeah, true. So it does have that.
It just is like a functionality that a lot of games are missing these days. Like Magic Arena just got like the challenge friends thing, and didn't have it for like months on release because they're just releasing shit before it's ready.
Yeah,
like constantly.
It's a constant thing in the video game world that we're dealing with every day. I just think that I mean there's so many people upset about this, but so many people didn't even buy Super Mario Maker on Wii U.
Yeah.
Nobody did.
No one had a Wii U, dude.
I know, but you don't care enough about it back then. Like, I just think that, come on.
It's actually on a system that everyone owns. That's why they care. Like, there's a lot more people own anyway.
Lot more people,
So you're obviously going to have more of a backlash to, like, I mean, a lot of people are bandwagoning.
Lots of people are entitled as right now.
I guess. This seems like a basic functionality of a game that they're going to charge, like, what, $60 for? $40?
70 for a free
70?
Well, no, 70 and you get a year of online to, like, share and play all the levels and stuff.
Isn't that, like,
it's bundled,
the Nintendo Pass, though, or whatever?
Yeah, the Nintendo Online.
Yeah,
you get you get a whole year if you buy the game plus pay $10 extra.
Yeah.
So it's like saving $10 extra.
Yeah. I don't know. So a lot of people bandwagon on shit like this and just hate on it. I'm objectively looking at it and thinking that that's a bad thing. I'm not going to retweet this or like be like, "Hey, Nintendo, you're a bunch of fucking idiots." I'm just looking at it from the outside and on a game that I was kind of looking into playing this game and kind of getting into that Mario Maker community, but kind of decided against it. But anyways, looking on from the outside, it looks like a bad.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just think there's so much hate for like any little thing Nintendo does with anything online because they do usually get it wrong. But there's so much backlash. Lots of entitled people out there.
So my opinion of that is they've been like, just okay. There's a big spotlight on Nintendo doing online things, and we've all been slapped in the face a couple times. Like specifically, Smash Bros was a big one.
But now it's so much better. I don't know if you played the new update, but people are loving it now and not having the horrible lag. And
well, I mean, it killed the Twitch community. 100%
true.
Killed it. So I mean, the damage was done to it. I don't know.
Online's obviously hard to get right. Like, it's obviously hard to get right. Apex. I don't know why I said play Apex. Apex Legends has been dwindling. It had below like 40,000 people watching it a few days ago, and I was like trying to watch it. I'm like, what the heck? Well, because like, dude, there's so many like pro players that had like 20, 30,000 people watching them, being like, what the hell? Like, I had 3 games in a row where I'm just like can't move in the beginning. And like then they had to put out the thing like, hey guys, in June we're gonna talk about the content because people complain about all the. I think online is very clearly hard to get right, and Nintendo had a huge brain drain. Well, they never even had the brain power behind online ever. So I mean, they just don't have it. I mean,
I think then they should just completely pull out or something because like the way it is like for me it's super frustrating. It's like okay. Like what? So originally, the first time I tried online with Nintendo was the Wii original, and you had to buy a special dongle to fucking plug into your Wii. It was $30. Yeah. So I obviously stole it from one of my friends because fuck that. Anyways, like it's just like frustrating. The more times it happens, the angrier you get about that, and then like people may have quit playing Nintendo products because of. Maybe not this specifically, maybe just growing up and it's more targeted towards kids. And like they are still posting about that even though they don't even have a Switch, you know what I mean? Just because they've been burned or specifically have experienced that. You know what I'm saying at all?
I've had such a good time playing Tetris 99 on my Switch, but I will admit, and you know, this is me like a Nintendo fanboy admitting like I've had so many games drop. Like I literally had like 3 games drop in a row. I'm just like this, you know, and it has to be the Switch. I never have any other issues with my streaming anything, you know, like so. Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
I do think that people. This is specifically probably blown out of proportion, like on the internet. But
dude, I don't want to play. I don't want to build any levels. I'm getting that game day one. I'm ordering it right before I go to Electric Forest. It's gonna be my mother-in-law is gonna put it in our living room so it doesn't get rained on or anything or stolen off my porch. And I'll have it exactly right there, and I'll be playing it as soon as I get home that Monday after a 9-hour drive home. And I will not play anyone else's levels until I finish all the Nintendo levels, at all. So I have zero reason at all to have any online functionality. But that's me, you know. And I totally agree. Like, wouldn't it be cool if that Monday I get home, you're home from work or something? We can just play like a normal Mario world,
yeah.
Are you meaning at the same time like New Super Mario Bros? Or are you more meaning old school Mario?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was meaning. Is the new Super Mario Bros. Level makers where you're stacking, bouncing off each other's heads and stuff. You can
get into a bubble.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad that that's just totally not a experience that can exist without coming over.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I
know we live so close, but that is just a barrier to entry that's just some people don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
You know?
So I don't stream Switch because there's nothing I really like playing on Switch at the moment. I played Mario Odyssey on stream and beat that game.
Dude, Odyssey.
It was a great fucking game, dude. I played Breath of the Wild a little bit on my own. I think I beat 2 of the temples. I didn't think I would enjoy streaming it very much, so I never did. And then what else is
those
there?
Those kind of games, man. I felt so stupid. After messing around with a puzzle for 45 minutes or 35 minutes or something, you know, and then being oh, I just have to do C.
Sure, yeah,
You know?
you just like make it super convoluted.
So like,
and,
how could you? I don't understand how people stream stuff like that. I feel
Oh,
like
dude, it's
I
so
would-
frustrating.
Yeah.
I quit instantly.
Well,
Dude.
because you were doing Crossing Souls and other like little puzzle games, right?
Yeah,
And,
Crossing
like,
Souls wasn't so bad.
Okay.
That was chill. But there was like other ones. Like I tried to play like this text game that I think Wild bought me. That was like Leisure Suit Larry. I couldn't figure out how to get the slime off the ceiling. And I was just like,
was it slime, though?
dude, I think it was slime, like green slime, and I just fucking rage quit. But anyways, what were we even talking about? I'm fucking tripped out.
But he's just asking why you don't play Switch.
Yeah,
And then he's saying you should play DS. Vance saying you should play some Pokemon DS.
No, he's being sarcastic, dude.
Oh.
That's a Dan's game. What, dude? That's a gross face, bro. What? So,
Dude, we should talk about this new handheld though.
yeah, that looks cool.
It does look cool. Can we pop it up on the on the screen for the homies?
okay.
You have it right here.
Oh, I already have it up. Nice.
You're way
Mind
too good.
unblocking us. Continue with ad blocker. Fuck you. Dude, I'm not trying to support any of these websites.
I will say, at least, hey, Tech Radar does not block at my work right now. Everybody, it sucks, but IGN is now blocked at work, so I can't even do my notes. Look at that. Look at that. That looks so cool. But, dude, wait until we tell you how much it costs. So, new handheld gaming device is coming out next year. It's supposed to be Q1 early next year. It's called the Playdate. Kind of a weird name. Not hating on it, though. It's coming out from video game publisher Panic, who is most well known for publishing Firewatch. Not Firewatch,
sure.
but Firewatch, like one of my favorite games from like 2 or 3 years ago. And then Untitled Goose Games, with those two pretty successful games. I mean, Firewatch way more so, but even Untitled Goose Game was selling like gangbusters. They decided to invest their money into making their own handheld device because they are not beholden to shareholders. Like it's I think employee owned or whatever company. So they are investing in this. It's a Game Boy style 21st century handheld gaming device, which is just so cool looking, but so odd. Reminds me of my yellow Game Boy Color that I got for my like 12th birthday.
It looks like a phone with a smaller screen.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks like a waste of space.
Right. Simple directional pad, as you can see, an A/B face button, innovative hand crank. So that silver piece on the far right, that's a crank.
So you can power it?
No.
Oh, come on! Missed opportunity,
But
big time.
If you watch, like, I think there was a video at the bottom of them playing a game. No, there's the crank right there.
There's the crank, dude.
It is wild.
Dude, the play date, and we can crank off the play date.
So, yeah, I mean, apparently the screen, even though it's black and white only, which, okay, guys, black and white.
Dude, what is this you're showing us?
Hold on. It's black and white, but apparently it's a super high-tech black and white screen with no grid lines, which, as you know, you can see grid lines on any other handheld device, really. Even my iPhone, until at least the iPhone, like, probably 4, I could see grid lines, you know.
Sure.
No blurring. It's a premium screen. What else is there? Oh, yeah. So the coolest thing about it, though, is the way that they're distributing games. So
Okay.
it's coming out, you buy it, you pay one lump sum, and then there's a season of games. 12 weeks, 12 games. So one game comes out a week. You just get those straight shot to your device. And then on, let's just say Monday's the day of every week, they have a new game. Boom, boom, boom. And all these games are going to be original games. It's not like ports or it's not like any of that, which is a really cool concept. Especially with the crank, like that input.
The crank, dude. It just reminds me of like Mario Party, kind of.
Yeah.
Like it just like how you remember the strat where you would do this with the stick. You go boom, boom to spin it faster, dude. I told this story on the stream before,
dude.
but yeah, dude, I opened it up and then I would just put a Band-Aid on it and fucking go back to spinning, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay, the cranks, the innovation, we got it.
So the only game that's been announced, which I would love to have on stream, it shows you how the crank is used to like power this guy. His name's Crankin, and it's the time to travel adventure. This is made by the Katamari Damacy creator, Kaida Takahashi, which, dude, he is absolutely a legend to a lot of people. I never played Katamari Damacy really. I've watched
Those
a
are
lot of
funny.
it, but yeah.
Funny game.
But the game looks like butt, dude. Like it looks like one of those like old 50s style cartoons where he's just walking through, he's running into an obstacle and you have to uncrank him and then you like
Uncrank him.
I know, man. It looks wild.
Yeah, the crank's part of the controls, man. The crank is a control crank.
Yeah.
It's not to power the device.
It's a control input, which is wild. So other notable creators include Zach Gage, who made Type Shift, Bennett Foddy, QWOP, and Sean Inman, The Last Rocket. Have you played any of those by chance? I think a lot of those are on Steam, if all three.
No.
So this is coming out early 2020. Wait until you hear, guys, the worst news of it all. $150.
Yikes.
So, okay, let's say each game's worth $5 each. That's 12. No. Let's just say 12 times 5, that's 60. That's still $90 for this game. Other seasons are gonna be out eventually. It's expected, and those are gonna probably incur an additional cost for the user. This is one of those high boutique item, like high priced boutique items, I think, that is going to be really, really awesome to half the people that buy it, maybe.
Who is the intended audience for this?
I don't know, man. That's another thing. Like you said, dude, when I'm playing a game on my Switch, and even my Switch handheld, it has like quadruple that screen real estate, you know? Like, dude, I'm just like,
I'm playing, like, I'll play Fortnite on the Switch and be like this, dude. I can't imagine taking a screen smaller than your phone and, like, being, like, this big and fucking being interested in it at all. Like, I can barely play mobile games, and this only has 2 buttons and a crank. Like, dude, I mean, maybe they could really innovate with the crank, but I think how many fishing simulators do you really fucking need? Oh my god. This is so fucking funny. I'm sorry if I turned this into like a joke if you care about it.
No, I think it's really cool, and honestly I think it's a beautiful looking product. I love it. It does remind me of, like I said in the top of the show, of my Game Boy Color I got for my, like, I guess it was like my 9th birthday. But dude, I want to bring up the Crankin's Time Travel Adventure, because when I watched that, that's kind of what killed all my, like, oh, this is interesting.
We'll check it out really quick. Right. I think it's important. Crankin's.
You might want to just put in
hand. I'll get it. It'll work.
I think Playdate.
This will work. There's no way that there's more than one Krankins. Trust me on this one, dude. Okay, where is this? Oh, we're on the desktop still.
This might be somebody else's.
What's going on, guys?
And here we go. Look at how pretty that looks. Obviously, it's just a render. But
where's the picture? The video. Gameplay.
Oh
shit! We missed Krankins.
There it is, dude. You can't really see it.
It's too small.
If you just go to their website, I think they have like a GIF at least.
Okay.
So Playdate dot something. Playdate
Crankin.
Panic. No, that's not the word.
Okay. Well, I just figured. Whatever. Fuck it. Not important.
Okay. But either way, it looks silly.
It looks silly.
Well, when you crank, he goes forward. Then you have to crank, go back, and you have to like wait for obstacles to get out of the way. It just looks like not great. I don't know how else to say it without being like too rude. But I think we'll see what the other legendary developers can create. Because who knows?
Dude, it's kind of interesting that we're having all these weird fucking consoles pop up now, like the Earthworm Jim one's coming out, and then this fucking little thing, and then we got, I don't know, man.
Dude, I think that Nintendo's about to release the Game Boy Classic, and it's gonna come out next year at the latest, and they're just gonna crush.
Yeah.
That and the 64 Classic within the next 2 years, guaranteed. So possible Switch leaks, we can just breeze right through these. The Cadence of Hyrule is supposed to drop today, but then it got, because it was in the source code for Nintendo of America's website saying it's going to drop today. Isn't now. It's now going to be dropping at the latest of, I think, June 20th, which is the last day of spring. And it's been slated in like pamphlets and like advertisements that it's coming out in spring 2019. So that will be coming soon. Last thing is Witcher 3, dude. That's going to be announced at E3 100% coming to Switch. How the heck are they going to fit that game on the Switch? Because it's like 40 gigs. I don't know. Like it's just.
They're gonna downscale its dick straight off.
Well, they didn't really exactly downscale Skyrim, but you're right. Like that's a different generation. So that's gonna be cool. But let's get into our last quick thing real quick. I know we're going over, but we gotta talk about Death Stranding. So Kojima.
Oh, I had it up. What happened?
I think it's okay. So I'll just chat about it real quick. Italian games journalist Antonio Fucito posted a tweet that saying Death 8th November Stranding. He has a reputation for accurate leaks. Well, guess what? He leaked that it is coming. There's the official one right there. Let's just give GameSpot a view. I have not watched this yet, guys. I was at work all day, so I'm super stoked to see this. It's a PlayStation 4 exclusive by Kojima, who made Metal Gear, and Silent Hill, most notably and most recently Metal Gear 5. Here we go.
Oh, dude, get it out of here, dude.
Ooh, is that Mads Mikkelsen?
It's weird to me that they make actors be in video games. Is that not weird?
No.
Why don't they just get like?
It's acting.
Why don't they just make a video game guy?
Because it's
guy?
mocap now, man. It's so big, so important.
See the sunset, the day is ending.
This guy's like ugly, dude. Why don't they
I
get
know,
like make a hot guy? Just make a hot dude. That's all I'm asking for.
Not everyone has to be good looking.
Dude, everyone has to be hot, dude.
He's
this
probably
guy,
not a great dude.
and then they got Daryl or whatever his name is.
Daryl. He's got a name, dude. He's not just The Walking Dead. Okay, this looks rad.
America's finished.
That's Daryl.
Sam, if we don't all come,
Ooh, they're using his real voice, which I love.
humanity will not
That'd be
survive.
weard if they like didn't.
We don't need a country.
I meant like his Daryl voice. Like
We
using
do.
Daryl voice.
Oh,
all
he's
over.
going Daryl.
Future.
Bridget, you're the president of jack shit.
So apparently something that's going down is the president is getting
Get wrecked, bitch. Ain't nobody coming for you, buddy. Or I guess Daryl's coming.
So good on Kojima Games getting that free engine from CD Projekt Red.
I also like that they put the song credit on there. Like,
Yeah.
it's not something that you see on trailers very often.
So your goal is to recap. Oh, first gameplay, dudes!
Okay.
Wow.
Not a huge fan of builders, but I get why people are into them.
So your goal is to reconnect the world. Apparently there's this like plague or something that's disconnected the world, maybe?
Geographical plague where it makes everything into.
Yeah.
It's all to safeguard the continued independence of Edgenut City. They want the UCA to leave him be.
Who are these assholes again?
Homo Demons, militant separatist group.
Oh, dude, we got a fucking
Bunch of terrorists
sorcerer.
around Towns killing people and leaving craters.
Right. Nothing's off limits for them. Not even
He has a mask under his mask.
They're extremists like the demons everywhere. Plotting in the shadows.
Ew.
Hey, girl. I want to play as that guy. If you can just lick people's faces.
Hey, it's just like, you know, you gotta be Snake up in here. He has to hide behind a
Dude,
box,
this
kind
fucking
of.
bush whoopie in here. Like,
He's like hiding underneath the
dude,
box.
he's gonna get tased. Get out of there, dude. Get on out.
He's got some.
Serpentine formation. Run, dude. What do you drop? Oh, dodge, juke. Get on out.
Oh, we got a touchdown.
We need. This needs crank playability, says Dan. Oh, that's a crank move for sure. That's pretty cool.
The game does look clean as hell. Yeah, so they got the free engine, by the way, guys, by CD Projekt Red. So a great segue from The Witcher, which we were just chatting about.
I can't spot
The
BTs.
developer of The Witcher.
Just sense them.
That's why we came prepared.
A bridge baby, huh?
It's a bridge,
We
baby.
feel like shit every time.
Well, you are plugging in.
Oh!
Ah, dude!
Okay, so you have to hatch bridges out of babies. They turn into bridges. Possibly.
What the fuck?
Hey, dude, it's Hideo Kojima.
Oh my god. Wait, they turn them into the ladders?
Possibly.
What the? fuck is going on, bro?
This looks insanely cool, dude. Look at those spirits that just popped up. He's like in a different dimension. He can walk through dimensions, maybe.
It looks like they're ghosts, and you can see the spooky ghosts. Oh, you can see his feet.
Oh, those are the strands. That's the plague coming through.
Ooh, he got plagued out. He's fucked. Yeah, you're dead there, buddy. I don't think.
Ooh, a death scene. I love it.
Whoa, dead. They're pulling him under, guys. Kind of like, in a weird way, like here.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
There is so much going on. So you're
much gameplay. I'm so surprised.
stealthing with the baby.
There's gun gameplay, which we haven't seen yet.
That gunplay looks pretty horrible, though.
We'll see. The gun gameplay in Metal Gear Solid 5. Stealth is not better, but
If I won't play this game because of that baby in the jar.
there's some connection to the baby where he probably like some Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen. Don't know her. Where?
Are these all real people,
Yeah.
or are they some of them made up? People?
No, Troy Baker. That's really how Troy Baker looks. So, dude, this game looks nuts.
Sam, we want you to go west and finish what Emily started.
Why is he blue?
Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs. As long as
Dr.
there's
Manhattan's in this game too.
escaping it.
But at least we'll have hope.
Wow.
That looks like a cool movie.
You see, I've come to understand the truth of the death.
Yeah, they even have like the movie style trailer there.
So hard to form
There's a point in this
connections
trailer, or
with
maybe
shit.
it's the extended trailer, where the president is dying on the deathbed in the Oval
Fortunately,
Office.
I've got a good connection to the other side.
I just love that revision. So is this Nam? or something?
Ooh, dude, he just lit that cigarette. Dang here, brother. Is this Nom? He's seen some shit.
Well, I just think there could be some time travel aspect. Like revisionist history, time travel aspect to the game.
Oh, like where you saw like the tank come out of nowhere. Like
Yeah.
the World War II thing.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that they had mentioned Hades, so I'm thinking that maybe
Covering the
this
world in
is
cable
that
didn't
shit
bring an
right
end to
here.
world suffering.
November 8th. Wow.
Don't
Cannot
act
believe we're
surprised
getting
when
it
it all
this
comes
year.
apart if you
People
try
thought
to
this
do it.
game was 3 years out.
No shit.
Yeah, dude, because, I mean, Hideo Kojima takes 5-7 years to make a game, but he got a free engine
And if
from
we as a
CD
people
Projekt Red. I
can't
can't stress how much
if we
time
can't reconnect,
saved from that.
that's what we need right now. Not
Just
to
use
stand
Unreal
apart, but to
Engine,
come
bro.
together.
I'll show you the real thing soon. I promise.
Talking to the baby. Making me act like I'm the baby in the jar. I'm like,
Did I take off his nose?
got your nose.
All wide world will be yours to explore. You'll be able to go wherever you want.
That is
That
weird.
baby isn't realistic looking enough to make me feel okay about it. It's like, just like, have you ever seen that thing where
That was wild.
a human face is like,
players.
oh, never mind. It's too confusing. I won't be able to explain myself. I'm not even going there. But looks pretty fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
I'm definitely 100% buying that game. Day
Yeah.
one buying that game. Gotta respect Hideo Kojima after you got some baloney happening to him. But that was episode 23 3 of Totally Gamescast. You can find me at below. You can find Trey at, right here and below.